Hello.
Hello, Uri.
How
Uh,
are you? Good to see you.
I
I heard a lot about you,
which
but I think we never
we
talked,
never
or we
met.
did.
No,
Yeah.
we didn't talk yet. I think I saw you in the last meeting for the graphical
Mhm.
conference, but we
Um,
didn't.
yes, yes, yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. You
I
were there.
think
What did you think about it?
I submitted a talk to the conference,
Hmm.
so I'm happy with it, and I
Yeah.
have some ideas to help with the conference. But since it's so last minute, I feel like I can help because they will need help. The like it's very May is almost there, so it's not a lot of time to organize a full conference.
I mean, yeah, like, what do you think, um, where do you think most help is necessary, or where do you think, um, what are the things that are lacking, you think?
I don't know. I feel like when we get close to it, there will be a
Hmm.
ton of things to do. Right now,
Yeah,
we
that's
have
true. Yeah.
that's how I do several conferences in Brazil. I like organize
Okay.
community conferences and so I'm very used to it. I'm just like they're waiting for things to blow up so we can jump on it. By the
Yeah,
way,
so yeah.
I'm on Uber, so I don't have a camera. It's better if I don't have a camera.
No, that's okay. That's okay. As long as you can hear me well, I can hear you
Yeah,
very well. So yeah.
nice.
Do you?
Martin didn't come. I feel like he thought it was an hour ago.
Yeah. Okay. Um, yeah. I mean, I didn't submit anything to the agenda, but like, let me see. Let me look at the agenda for today. Just a second.
Actually, Martin told me about you today. Let me see. What did he say? He said something
Yeah, I
about
think.
this a CMS, and you are the guy running GraphQL Hive.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, I see. Also, by the way, that it was. It says it was canceled due to lack of attendance. Um,
Yeah,
it's fine. I can like uh revert it later. But like that's good that we're here. It's good to talk to you. So I mean, if you were to, so I guess you know about the community working group. Like we created it so like we can talk about everything um beyond like code. Like what we do right
yeah.
now. Um, if you were to add anything to the agenda today, like what would you want to talk about?
Well, I have two topics. I would talk about the South America
Mm,
meetings, GraphQL, not GraphQL, sorry, the South America meetups, because I am able to organize the South America meetup, so I can bring that up.
mhm. Okay.
We were talking about the GraphQL weekly revival. We were
Hmm.
talking about that, and also I think it is finalized now, but there was a talk about a guide for local organizers.
Mm,
And that guide actually is done. And let me send you the link.
mm.
It was just to
Okay.
confirm with the people that did it. I feel like Jam won't be here,
Mm.
but have you seen this? I'm gonna send you the link in a minute.
Mm.
It's loading. Handbook.graphql.cafe. Have you seen this?
Yeah. Uh, yeah. Yeah. This is a great thing. Yeah, I agree. I didn't go.
Well,
I still didn't have the time to walk through everything, but this is really,
yeah,
really nice that
yeah.
they're doing
I'm
it.
I'm I'm looking for the locals part because I'm running a local group,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, that's basically that. What I wanted to know is about the grants, if the grants are still available for the community, because I saw something about the grants. I'm new in the community, okay? So I have
The
a lot of
what? The
questions.
grains? What do you mean by grains?
Yeah, there was an initiative called Grants.
Ah,
The
grants.
committee
Yeah,
had
yeah,
a,
yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm.
And if we still have the grants, I'd like to know like, if we can get to the community to know about this for them to start sending things, or if something more internal or not, because I don't know how
No,
that
no,
really
no.
works.
This is okay. This is a good subject. So yeah, grants are open. And yeah, like we need there's a budget and we need more people to apply. So
Oh,
yes,
great.
100% like this is like I'll just say like I'm saying all of that, but I'm not part of the foundation anymore. So
Oh,
the grants
mhm.
are currently from the foundation, but I
Yeah.
know that they're available and that you can apply there. I would say also because this is the community working group, we have a bunch of people that are, let's call it very strong or very active in the GraphQL world that are not in the foundation. And we also want to
Mhm.
create some kind of a grant mechanism so we can like also contribute to like people who are doing active work on GraphQL. Um, as a parallel mechanism to the foundation as well. So overall, I think right now the main issue is just not people actually like it's not the lack of grants or places to send your grant to. It's actually the uh, lack of people asking for grants with good
Yeah.
reasons. So you know if you know people, so yeah, like getting your help in spreading the word about grants that they're there, that people should submit, and if they want to also ask questions about it or get help with like how to submit the grants, then obviously the handbooks are a great source. But also people can reach out to me and ask me about you know help for doing that. Like I would love to help anyone who wants to do that.
Nice.
Or yeah.
Because what I feel like, and this is between you and me, I know that you know those things as well. If you think different, let me know. But GraphQL is not the hottest thing right now because it lost some momentum. But
Oh yeah.
personally, I am
Mhm.
working at Viaduct at Airbnb,
Mhm.
and my
Ah, nice.
mission is to turn Viaduct into a viable open source project outside of Airbnb. So I need people to
Mhm.
use GraphQL because I need people to use Viaduct.
So
Uh,
about that, like first of all, it's everything we say here is not between you and me because it's recorded and it's part of
oh
the
yeah,
community
yeah,
working group. But
yeah,
it's
yeah,
fine. I mean, but the what I my thoughts about it are I shared it recently in the TSC group. Like I do think that GraphQL is very strong. The current like hype on Twitter maybe is not reflecting that, but uh, at least for us at the guild, like the demand is stronger than ever.
yeah.
And I can say just from my perspective, yeah. And and on the ground, GraphQL keeps growing. Like every company that has GraphQL is not turning back, and is just like
Exactly.
expanding their usage. And there's also no real alternative to GraphQL. So like for the thing that GraphQL, like people can say stuff, but when you get to like actually show implementations next to each other, there's no technology that actually does what GraphQL is doing. So
But
the
there is
discussion
something
is
happening.
maybe yeah. So that like there's you can tell me in a second like if you think there is an alternative, but in my I didn't see like an alternative that does everything GraphQL is doing
Yeah.
in a better way. And the thing is, it's like it's a more nuanced discussion because there's a lot of things that GraphQL is doing, and you need to go beyond just like sending a request, getting a response. Like there's much more nuance
Exactly.
and cases that are there. I do think there's a way to show that. Like I think like in yesterday's in ambassadors meeting, um, I was talking a bit about like writing a script of like things you would need to write in order to build your app, and not
Exactly.
necessarily saying how to do it, but then to have a kind of like a script like that let's call it, it could be a base of a step-by-step tutorial, but without the tutorial, just like, the things that you need to do without telling you how to do it. And then I think if we'll have something like that, that also goes into like many, many different things that any app should do, we can do a version of GraphQL, and we can do a version with whatever other alternative that people are talking about or is hot right now. And then you will see that actually like GraphQL is more powerful and more simple than a lot of those things.
Yeah.
Just because it comes later during development, maybe, or people don't think about it, then they think it's not as easy. But that's my opinion. That's my personal opinion. And
I
I hope
have this
that someone from the
discussion. I'm so
ah,
sorry.
you heard that? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I have this discussion a lot of times inside the company that I am at
Hmm.
because I just say, hey, we have the same problem. To better adoption, and I'm so sorry, I have to get off the Uber.
Yeah, no
And
worries.
just one second, just one second.
Yeah.
Sorry, as I was saying, I have this discussion several times, and I feel like people struggle, especially between leadership, with security, with the complexity. And there is something happening right now that is people are using AI to kind of build their own GraphQLs because they need to deal with this complexity regardless. And GraphQL already does that. And I feel like GraphQL is the perfect tool in the AI era to finally go beyond REST APIs. So that's what I feel like. And I feel like as community, that's how we should guide it.
Can you repeat again? Sorry. Repeat the same everything you said again.
Oh, just a moment.
Okay.
Can you give me 1 second? I'll jump off
Yeah,
and
yeah,
jump back in.
yeah, yeah, no worries.
Tem ligação. Am I back?
Yes.
Oh, so sorry. Didn't know. So I was connected to my phone, and my phone was connected, and I got home. My phone was connected to the Wi-Fi. I was still at the door, so sorry about that. As I was saying, at the
Yeah.
leadership level, and I have a leadership community here in Brazil, a CTO community, and I talked about GraphQL to them, and they have fears like security. It's too complex. The developers don't know how to maintain it. And that happens because the hype caused that. The community is overpromised when GraphQL was hyping,
Mhm.
and now the hype is past, and that's normal. That's the cycle of everything that is hyped. And what I feel like is people are building GraphQL from the ground by accident as their complexity grows because they're using AI for everything. And with
Mhm.
GraphQL, we can be one of the best tools for the AI era to help people adopt because AI is very good at building GraphQL carries and so on. So I am myself making a push on Viaduct right now to add skills, agents.md, uh, all of this apparatus are around those things to make it easier for people to use GraphQL using AI. So
Mhm.
that's what I believe in. So I believe GraphQL is a tool for the AI era. I feel like GraphQL is 100% possible to be much more used than it is right now because all of the complaints that it is too complex and too hard to make it safe can be made safe if we guide the AI to do that. That's one way of using it, and that's one
Mhm.
strong argument to make it hype again. And
Yep.
I feel like as community we could push in that direction, but we have to have an agreement that it makes sense for that.
So um, I'll say my opinion, and this is just my opinion. It doesn't
Okay.
mean anyone else is like thinking that. So my opinion is that like we don't need to agree on anything. We just need people doing stuff, and that's the only thing that's lacking. Like not to agree on things and not to meet and discuss and not to like just people building the stuff they feel that is needed. I think
Yeah.
that's, if you ask me, that's the only thing that matters, and that's the only thing that would actually create change. Um,
And
Having
what do you
meetings and
think
talking
is needed?
about and talking about what's needed and convincing each other. Like I don't think that leads to anything. I think usually what's happening is there's some developer, they just decide to build something, they build it, and then suddenly everyone, oh yes, this is great, like let's agree on that. And before that, everyone had tons of meetings and everything until someone was like, I think someone was like everyone was talking until someone actually built something. So
Take.
that's like my take on how things are actually changing. If you ask me, I agree with you that GraphQL fits perfectly into the AI era. I think it fits perfectly to almost anywhere, to be honest. But like that's a whole other discussion. Um, and I think that like in order to, let's say, show that it fits, someone needs to show that it fits. So someone needs to build an app or a tutorial or a step-by-step or a comparison that just shows that. Now, the reason, let's say, that vendors like, let's say, us, like the Guild or Apollo or Wundergraph or others, um, um, like, I think that like the reason um, we are not focused on that is because we naturally gravitate into the larger companies because that's where we get money, that's where our business grows. And then when you have a long backlog of things you want to work on, then we will work obviously first on the things that our customers need, and then later on these stuff. That's why I think always the way to actually do that is not waiting for a vendor or a large company to do it, like us or Apollo, or convincing us to do it. It's not like I need convincing that this is important. I know it's important. I just have customers and they need more important stuff for them from me. So
Yeah.
that's why this is the thing. That's why also I think the only way for this to happen is not to sit down and convince others. It's just like an individual coming and building something.
Yes.
And what I can do best is to support those people that actually go ahead and build those things. Like so that's how I see things happen. I think what's missing is just someone building like an app, an open source app from scratch, showing how to build it, comparing that to any other stack out there, showing all the different scenarios. And yeah, that's what I think is missing. And once someone will do that, I think they will, first of all, they will have a lot of success and a lot of people um, talking to them and trying out their tutorial or their examples. And I think also once someone will do that, then that will be a base for the AI to see how an app is actually built with GraphQL, right? Because the AI needs to copy and learn from something. And if the AI doesn't have a lot of examples of apps using GraphQL, then the AI won't suggest GraphQL. So that's my thoughts on this. Like, and if someone will go ahead and do that, like we will support them in whatever, you mentioned grants, you mentioned all kinds of things, but someone first needs to do something. So
Yeah.
that's my thought.
Really cool, really cool. Because like I told you, I just got here in the community, and since I
Yeah.
just got here, I wasn't really sure what is going on or not. And I agree with you. Let me say I'm here active in the community for a month, just a month.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I started right now doing a local GraphQL meeting. That's like the first step.
Yeah. That's awesome.
The second step was to submit a talk. So I'm submitting a talk that is an open source project that I want to keep open source after the conference. If that gets approved or not, I'm not saying that it should get approved, but that was one thing that I did. And at Viaduct, we are building ways for people to use AI to use Viaduct. And Viaduct is just
Hmm.
one GraphQL server. There are several others, but it is one that is being used right now. And it has a
Yeah.
strong case that is Airbnb. It is useful for Airbnb. If it is useful for Airbnb, it could be useful for more people. And there are a ton of people maintaining it already.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. So I agree with you. So again, like, uh, that's I think people call it the top of the funnel. So like, there's all kinds of tools. Like we offer tools, you offer tools, Polo offer tools, and there's there will be endless more tools because there's always things to improve. Um, the the top of the funnel is like where people are starting, with GraphQL, like that. And again, like and the more successful your company becomes, the more you get to work with people that are not top of the funnel, the people that are like, already in GraphQL for many years, they have large
yeah,
teams. And then, you don't need to talk with them about like the basics of GraphQL. You can already talk about advanced stuff and, stuff for large companies. And my day is mostly filled with that, whether I like it or not. I like it, but also like, I would want also to do some more of I always still want to do more of the beginner stuff, or let's call it the top of the funnel, the stuff that like people are, um, when they start GraphQL. Benji is working on this like Golden Path initiative that I hope is kind of
exactly.
related, and we'll do a lot of work there. We rebuilt GraphQL.org, so it will be easy for people to contribute because that's the first thing that people see when they Google GraphQL. So that's why also we wanted to put the effort there. Um, but I think that again, if you ask me, the thing that is missing is like the beginning of a step-by-step tutorial. And again, maybe even without the tutorial, just like the script. So then
Yeah,
people can
yeah,
take each one of like you write what you need to build, and then people can just copy this, put it in an AI prompt, and ask it how to do it. So you don't even need to write the content, but you need like a path, because people don't think about, let's say, why they need certain type of pagination. People don't just think
yeah,
why they need local cache and why they need
yes,
normalized local cache. Like, why is it important? Everyone's saying that normalized local cache is hard. But why would people use it? There's a reason for it. It's not just hard. There's a reasons why, what you can do with normalized cache that you can't do with other types of caches, like uh, 10 stack DB. Everyone was talking about like why normalized cache is bad, and then suddenly 10 stack DB is doing normalized cache. Why? Because there's a reason for it. There's a reason why it's important and why it's great. And then now everyone is doing local first, and they send like real-time updates of their models from the database to the client. That's really
yeah,
cool, but like, I've been there 10 years ago. Like, there's a reason why it's really cool, but there's all kinds of cases where it doesn't make sense. So there's a reason why GraphQL is so powerful. It gets you that experience, but on top of any data source and not just one data source. So like once someone will do that, like I will get 100% behind them. And yeah, but I'm repeating myself, so sorry. I'm
I want to show you what you're doing at Viaduct, but it's still not public. It will be on the Friday's
okay.
release. But
When
at
when when are you
Viaduct,
planning to release it? When are you planning to
I
release it?
we want to get to 1.0
Yeah,
by the conference. So I can
nice.
show at the conference
Okay.
the 1.0. But what we're doing right now, and this, like I'm just telling about what we are doing, it's not like official
Yeah,
GraphQL
yeah.
work, but what we are doing right now is a ready to run on render.com or places like that instance of GraphQL running Viaduct because we use our own stack. And with one script, you can run that and already have the skills on code to build your GraphQL application.
Hmm.
And that will be public Friday, like just tomorrow. Tomorrow
Oh,
that will be the release, but it's still an alpha release. We're still not like
nice.
1.0, but it is
Yeah.
something that is very good because we are maturing Viaduct to be less dependent on Airbnb's technology.
Hmm.
So it is become like an
Nice.
agnostic GraphQL server.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I would love to see that. Like, tell me where to. Like, how do I? Where do I? Like, I just sent you an invite on LinkedIn, so I'll
Oh,
hopefully like.
okay.
Yeah. You can send it to me when it's ready. Um, yeah, I'm excited for that. I think there's a lot of room and space for things to build in this ecosystem. So really excited
I
to see what you're
really
doing.
like your idea of building tutorials and example apps. I feel like
Yeah.
I can ask for grants, of course, but I can get support from the I can ask for support to build this using Viaduct, but I could also just do like pure GraphQL and see where it goes.
Mhm. Mhm.
Thank you for the suggestion. Are you going
Yeah.
to get back GraphQL Weekly back?
Are you what? Sorry.
Going to get GraphQL Weekly back, or is it
Oh
back already?
yes. Yeah, it's back. It's like for the last I think month or so, we got back to weekly cadence where we publish it. I don't know if you, if not, you should subscribe to GraphQL Weekly.
I am not. I didn't know it was already back.
So you should. And we open sourced it. So that's something we didn't announce yet because Piotr did it. He did amazing work there, and he got sick. So we were waiting for him to feel
Oh,
better, and then he can announce it. But yes, like it's also open source. The newsletter itself is open source. The content management behind it is open source. So like anyone can contribute, can change anything. So yeah, this was also important to us
that's really
to
cool.
bring it up to date and then also open source it. So it will be really like the main newsletter of the community, and everyone could be part of it and contribute. So yes, it happened already. It just wasn't announced because Piotr got the bit sick. So yeah, well, I'll give him the honor of announcing it.
Nice. So I am here as community manager for Viaduct. So I am available and I have hours to allocate to help the community. So if you have an idea or suggestion, you can use me. Like use me to
Okay,
build those things as well.
so if you want, um, you can start from the perspective of Viaduct, and then we can expand it. But like, there used to be a website called howtographql.org, .com. I think it's still there. I'll write it down here. Um,
Yeah.
and it was a very valuable and very popular website because it had tutorials step by step, or kind of like let's call it a shared script of what people need to build. But then you had versions of those tutorials in different tools, in different languages.
Nice.
Very, very powerful thing. I think that, if you're going to now announce Viaduct, probably one of the things you want to do is a step-by-step tutorial for people to start with it, and then um, you know, how to do it. If you want to collaborate on that, like I would be happy to. And then, maybe we can collaborate on, first of all, again, not how to you will write specifically for Viaduct, but maybe the steps of the tutorial could be shared, like the script will be shared, and then you will create the Viaduct version, and I'll create the yoga version, and
Yeah.
like someone else will. So I think like that will be super cool. That's something that I think the community needs, and then we can decide where to put it. It could be on GraphQL.org. It could be on, I don't know, anywhere else. If you want to do that, that I think will be a great place to contribute. GraphQL.org. Any idea that you have to make that website better, please help us write it down as an issue. And if you want to PR and improve it yourself, please do. We
Nice.
try to make it as accessible as possible. Other ideas, you mentioned the conference. I'm sure there will be basically advertising the conference is always something good. Like to get as many interesting people there. That is also a great idea and a great help. And basically, to be honest, I would start with the things that you think are lacking instead of asking me what do you think is lacking. Like you as a new member, or not a new member, you as a member of the community, you have your own
I am a new
perspective.
member.
Okay, so you have now your own perspective of what works and what not. So I think it's better actually, instead of me telling you what's necessary, I think you can, as you go and you see what could be better, those are the things that you can help the most with. So first of all, voice how it could be better, and then
Yeah.
also just correct it, because today, luckily, I think there's nothing in the main, nothing that I can think of that is blocked from contribution for contribution. So anything you
Nice.
see and that you think could be better, you can go ahead yourself and improve it. That was my goal for many, many years, and I think we're there. So
Nice.
so I think that's the best way. Instead of me telling you what I think is necessary, you have your own perspective now, and as a new member of the community and someone who wants to also has a solution, think how all the community assets could be actually beneficial for you and how they could be better for you.
Nice. Nice. Thank you very much. And he already gave me so many ideas. I have a question. How to GraphQL.org or .com? It is
Yeah.
a community website. Do
No,
you
so
know?
this was created by Prisma many, many years ago. It's unmaintained. It is open source, so you can find the code, but the domain is Prisma, and they wanted to sell it at some point. So I don't think that they want to play nice with the community, but it doesn't matter. Anything you see there is open source, so you can use it, build. You can even clone it. You can build whatever you want with it, and then we will deploy it to any other website. We can take everything there and just have our own version of it. So so whatever you think we can take from there, just take and create. And if you need the place to put it in, it could be again on Viaduct's website, but also on GraphQL.org if you think there's a space there.
Actually,
Yeah.
this is something that will help me a lot because the Viaduct website is very institutional because it is inside Airbnb. So I have to
Yeah.
go through a whole processing process and just to publish anything. So maybe
Mhm.
you're also helping me when you have this infrastructure that I can also use for the community.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, GraphQL.org is at your service. It's an open website. Everyone can contribute. Everyone can comment. That's also the reason for this working group. Basically, get anyone who wants to contribute or contributed and is waiting for something. You come here and you ask for it, but you don't need to wait for this meeting. Anything on GraphQL.org that you want to place there, just try. And worst case scenario, someone will tell you maybe this is the better place or whatever. But it's an open website for everyone to contribute. So yeah, whatever you want to place there or whatever you want to change there, go ahead and do it. And and let me know.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And I'll be on the next meetings as well. We have to discover what happened because I feel like Martin thought it was an hour ago.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, also sometimes like my philosophy for this call is that like if there's no agenda, then it shouldn't happen. So like only people that have because everything is now open, everything we discuss here can be discussed async on GitHub.
Yeah.
So my philosophy for this call is like if there's nothing blocking you, there's nothing to say here because you can just go ahead and work on it. But once you get to the point where you want to discuss with others, there's something blocking you, whatever, then you put you put like you put an agenda item on the agenda, and then we have the meeting. So um, that's also maybe the reason, because nobody submitted, then there's no reason to do the call. And I'm in favor of like having meetings when they're necessary, and also making it as possible for people to push whatever work they want to do without necessarily having a meeting. So that's the idea. I think that's why it was canceled. I think there was no agenda items, so then we just cancel when there's no agenda items. So yeah, I think
But
that's
I
the
feel
reason.
those conversations are important because like it is
It's
nice to,
true.
to get the temperature.
Yeah, true. That's true. Um, So yeah, so you can also put that on the agenda item. Like you want to just get the temperature and say hi. I mean, do it. I mean, that's a good agenda item placing.
Man,
And I'm
thank you
happy
very
we're here
much.
and talking. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
And thank you for the Graphical Weekly as well. I'm looking up for that when that is officially announced.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank Piotr from the guild. He did all the work, and yeah, he was awesome at that. I'll
By the
let him
way,
know also.
thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. Nice
Bye
to meet
bye.
you. And yeah, whatever you need, let me know. I'll be happy to help. Great to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet you. Bye bye.
Bye.